Hi everybody, it's Michelle again. Sorry it's taken so long to get another video up, and I've kind of had a bad week and a half or so, and that's actually what's prompted me to do this video. Um, I'd like to talk a little bit about why basically I feel I should be the spokesperson for diabetic complications, and kind of what has brought that about over the years. Um, I have a myriad of issues going on, but I want to start with one that's probably one of the most common and probably one of the least understood everywhere, and that is depression. Now, you don't have to have diabetes, obviously, to have depression, and there's a lot of people that suffer from it, and it's terribly misunderstood, and I think in most cases people can end up being a little bit mistreated for it. Anybody that has a chronic condition, a chronic disease of any type, you can end up with depression. In fact, it's very common, and that was something I wasn't aware of. I struggled with it for several years before it was actually diagnosed, and I sat down with a doctor and we started treating it. But even at that, even with the treatments, you know, it still flares, and I still have problems, and I still have my bad days just from the depression side of it. And this one, I think, would have been a complication regardless of blood sugars or A1Cs or anything else. I think this just kind of comes with dealing with a chronic disease, something that's always going to be there. You can never get a break from it. You can never change it. It just is what it is. And I don't know if it's all, I don't want to say in your head, because that really just sounds so, it just kind of demeans it. But I think that there are chemical things that happen to the body itself that, of course, affect the brain and the way that it processes things. And I think that anybody with a type of chronic condition can end up with those problems. So I think it's very important to treat that. Needless to say, though, you know, I still have problems like this last week. You know, honestly, all I wanted to do is just lay in bed and sleep. And that's kind of what brought up the depression discussion with my doctor to begin with. My thyroid's being treated. It's fine. This time of year, however, there's a serious depletion in my vitamin D levels. And so that also contributes to the depression itself. And so what I have decided to do, and I started doing it yesterday, and that is I force myself to get up and do at least a little bit more than what I normally do during the day. Yesterday, I started patching holes in our sheetrock so that we can finish taping and texturing here in our apartment. Today, I went out and did a whole lot of extra burning and cleaning up around the property. So, you know, I just kind of forced myself. So that one in itself is great. And, you know, sometimes you do just have to force yourself to get up and start moving, just so you can even get a semblance of normalcy. There's really no other way to do it, at least not for me. I mean, if anybody else has found, other than medications, if anybody else has found another way to help with it, please let me know. I'd love to hear about it. The next one I wanted to kind of touch bases with is diabetic neuropathy. And what that is nerve damage, typically in the lower legs and feet, and sometimes in the hands. Mine are in my lower legs and my feet, and it's very, very severe. It's to the point now where I take pain meds, and I've taken them for many years to help deal with that. And this one, I know without a shadow of a doubt, and pretty much all studies point to it, that at the very beginning, if I had paid better attention to my blood sugars when I was first diagnosed and got into that good habit right off the bat, the chances of me having this diabetic neuropathy would have been a whole lot lower. You know, it's not a guarantee that you won't ever get it, but you can almost without a doubt, you can lessen the severity and even put off maybe how long it'll take before you get it. I'm going to tell you, I kind of do my own thing. I tend to be very hard-headed. You can ask anybody that knows me. I just don't listen sometimes. And then you combine that with, back then, doctors that kind of took diabetes as, oh, well, you have diabetes, here's some insulin, you'll be fine. And you tend to not take it very seriously. And for the first 2 years alone, I didn't. I would go days without even bothering to test my blood sugar or take insulin. I was in the hospital, on an average of about 3 times a year because of it. And it has, of course, started me on the path of a lot of complications. In time, those complications got bad enough that I had to quit working. I fought and fought and fought and was able to go back to work, and I worked for about 7 years for a wonderful company, and they were great people. But my health declined again, and so I did finally have to quit working again. Not just because of the neuropathy. I'm going to put in a couple of links down below for you guys for diabetic neuropathy, and also one that's called necrobiosis. And although it's not just diabetics that get it, there are people that don't have diabetes that get this. Having diabetes just makes it worse. And so it's gotten worse. And what they are is there are patches on my lower legs that do not, excuse me, move. We're getting kind of a funky light here. That don't grow any more skin. They're red, they're nasty looking, and as long as I can keep them from opening up and getting infected, normally I'm okay. But again, chances are that I may not have ever had this if I'd have taken care of my blood sugars, if I'd have, taken my insulin and followed my doctor's orders and done this research back then, 25 years ago, or even 20 years ago. I could have stopped this. Luckily, I'm still showing no signs of retinopathy, which would be with the eyes. I'm pretty lucky there. My heart, my kidneys, all of that are good. But anytime I have a problem, it is made worse because of the diabetes. Or it's made worse because the doctors just automatically blame it on the diabetes, and they just kind of go, well, that's it. And I've had to learn over the years to just put my foot down and say, it might be related, but that doesn't mean we can't fix it. And so, you end up with a whole lot more problems than what you would have had if you'd have just paid attention and taken care of your blood sugars back then. I'm going to put some links up. Some of them are going to, kind of lead you to, God, I can't even talk today. They'll lead you to some more explanations of what they are, what necrobiosis is, diabetic neuropathy, and hopefully that'll help you guys out a little bit. I just wanted to take some time to kind of share a little bit about it. I have more that I do want to share with you later on as far as complications that I have. And what I hope this does is maybe it'll get you guys talking and sharing, maybe at least with me, what other complications you guys have found, or what have you ran into with your doctors. So, and on a side note, I'm still working on the fatty liver problem. I am finding now, thanks to several people that have helped me, a lot more information, and there's a whole lot there for me to learn and to read. So I'm still working on that one. I'm hoping to have something really good for you guys with that. So I think that's it for today. Don't forget to subscribe down below, please. Share it with your friends, family, neighbors, everybody. You can follow me on Twitter. You can follow me on Facebook. I'll put the links down below for you. And I hope to see you guys very, very soon. Check your blood sugars. Know what your numbers are. Take care of yourself, because I do love you guys very much. Thanks. Bye.